Okay, so courtesy of American Papa Bear, we've got another TikToker doing the absolute stupidest thing you can do, right? I'll let her explain herself for 2 minutes and then I'll give my thoughts.
So last night, I told my mom and dad that because they voted for someone who wants me dead, that they no longer have the privilege of having their daughter and their granddaughters in their life. And I told them never contact me again. I'm never calling you. I want nothing to do with you. And take me out of the will. I have a younger brother who's also a MAGA. I said, when you guys pass away, give him the entire house. I don't want to inherit your house. I don't want anything from you. I don't want to hear from you ever again. Because I'm no longer safe being in a relationship with you. Because I'm queer, I'm autistic, I'm like half disabled, I have Lyme disease and POTS and a bunch of other shit. And I'm bisexual, I have two daughters, and my husband's also bisexual. It's like, I'm no longer safe with people like you. You'd be the first ones to turn me into the Nazis if shit went down here. So I just, to anyone in the comments gonna say, oh my god, that's so terrible. The left is so hateful. You guys shouldn't be cutting off your family. You know what? I'm not gonna fucking go to Thanksgiving dinner with my family and look them in the eye and just play nice anymore. Like, I'm done doing this. I have been gaslit and neglected and verbally abused by my family for being different my entire life. And I've cut off all my aunts and uncles, anyone who voted for Trump, anyone who's a Christian in my family, I know they voted for Trump. So I have like three people in between. I have two people on my mom's side and one person on my dad's side left, and they're cousins. Cause yeah, and I have my husband, I have my two daughters, and that's all I need. I'm not going to be gaslit, and I'm not going to be gaslit anymore. I'm done living this life. So, good riddance. Bye.
Okay, so let's destroy this from the top. Number one, Trump doesn't want you dead. That is a retarded brainwash thing that happened courtesy of the mainstream media. You have effectively been brainwashed. If you think that your parents, the people who gave birth to you and raised you, actually want you dead, unless they're physically trying to kill you, yeah, they don't want you dead. Alright, I'm not going to play through the whole video again. If you're willing to be so hateful and spiteful to your parents because they didn't vote the way you told them to, which is, I think I'm pretty sure that's an illegal. I'm not sure if it's 100% like against the law, but I'm pretty sure telling someone to vote a certain way is or else you'll do something, is kind of a version of extortion. So no, your parents are well within their rights to tell you to go climb a tree somewhere. All right, let's see. Never contact you again. Yet more of that hate. You shouldn't be hating on your brother because he supports someone that you don't agree with. I would never cut a liberal out of my life. You are disgusting. Um, if you don't feel safe in the relationship, that is due to your own brainwashing. That has nothing to do with them. Stop reflecting your own insecurities on your family and friends. I'm sorry that you're disabled, but again, you need to deal with that. That is your thing. That has nothing to do. Well, it probably does have genetically something to do with your family, because there's a decent possibility that you caught some genetic issue from them. Lyme disease is typically either handed down. I don't know if Lyme disease has a genetic component or not. I'd have to research that. I do know that it comes from ticks, so you probably should have done a better job about that. Let's see, the bunch of other stuff. Yeah, probably a severe narcissistic personality disorder that tells you that you're more important than you actually are. Bi, and according to what you said later, your husband was bi as well. I'm guessing you're probably in an open relationship, which is like peak degeneracy, so you're able to go around and sleep with whoever you want without any consequences, which probably stacks into the other stuff that you have that you don't want to put on the video. Let's see here. None of us are I'm going to use the word Nazis. You're afraid to use it because if you did, TikTok would probably ban you instantly. Also, YouTube would probably silence my video if, will probably silence my video for criticizing you in general. So I'm just going to use the word anyway. None of us are Nazis. No one's going to take you to a camp. That's another lie foisted upon you by the media. Um, you people on the left that are doing this, is literally just because you're hateful because you didn't get your first female president. There is no legitimate reason to do this at all. You're literally being stupid, and I pray to God that at some point you have a come to Jesus moment and realize that cutting off your family was a huge mistake. And judging by your lifestyle, it'll happen sooner rather than later. Your lack of desire to go to Thanksgiving with your family is just a furtherance of your own hate towards your own family because they didn't do what you wanted them to do. Um, you can be done doing whatever you want, but hey, I got a newsflash for you. Trump won the majority vote, and you can be mad about that all that you want, but maybe taking it out on your friends and family who maybe voted for him and burning all the bridges in your life and isolating yourself might not be the best idea, because especially with a person being in your condition, you're going to need all the help you can get. Verbal abuse is not acceptable from family members, and I'm sorry, barring certain extreme situations where you may be being called a dummy, you kind of have it coming, but like outside of that, it is entirely unexcusable to verbally abuse your family members. Uh, Saying someone did something stupid and you're willing to show them how to do it the right way, that's fine. But don't just call them names. That is the epitome of stupidity. And I'm sorry you had to go through that. Some people are like that. I don't understand it. I never will. And to be perfectly honest with you, yeah, my dad's done it a few times, but like he course corrected shortly thereafter. I don't understand people who refuse to course correct. And you, my lady, you young lady, you need to have a massive course correction. Um, you've already cut people out of your lives just for their religious beliefs. To be perfectly honest, you are literally the definition of a religious bigot. Oh, well, you can't be a bigot against Christians for Christianity. Wrong again. Yes, again, you can be religious against a bigot against any religious group. So, you kind of did that one to yourself by removing that part of your family. Gee, she even has the eyes too. Um, I know they voted for Trump. Who cares? They voted for someone that you didn't like. He's not going to take away any of your rights. If anything, he's probably going to give you a couple more rights than what you had to begin with, and enable videos like what you're doing right now to happen more frequently. So, maybe pull your head out of your backside for a second and realize that the world is not as grim as the media has told you it is. If you've isolated yourself down to 3 people in your life, that is your problem. Stop trying to make it the rest of the world's problem and chasing clout online. I know, hee hee ha ha, you're doing the same thing. Who cares? You can have your husband, and the only people that are doing the gaslighting is you and the mainstream media. And if your husband's in on it, him too. I sure hope that your kids grow up smart enough to realize that you've been lying to them about this whole thing, and I sure hope to God that you realize you've been lied to by the media and your other leftist cohorts, and I hope you stop chasing clout with this garbage on TikTok, because to be honest with you, it's literally just vitriolic poison. And again, the only one that you're gaslighting is yourself. I hope you lose all your viewers, and I hope you get removed from the platform. And you know what? Good riddance to this kind of garbage. I'll be happy when all this stuff dies down. And I think that's about going to wrap up this video. I'm not going to do 20 minutes covering your stupidity, but I will give you 10 minutes to give you an explanation as to your own idiocy and why it's not our problem. Number one, if you're going to cut off your family, that has nothing to do with us. We don't care. Number two, if you have an issue with Trump, that's fine. Everyone has an issue with him. I, for example, don't like his mouth. He likes to run it a lot. But you know what? He's not. He's not a Nazi. He's not the reincarnation of Hitler. Instead, you separating yourself from the family is very from your family is very cult behavior, and you accused us of being in a cult the whole time. Like the entirety of this election season, we were accused of being in a cult. Well, gee, what is the one thing that cults do the whole time? They isolate you from your family and friends because of something that they don't like, something that you don't want that they don't want you to agree with because it's objectional to their cultish ideology. So, Yeah, stop projecting. Get over yourself. You're not as important as you think you are. And maybe spend a little bit of time self reflecting on your poor life decisions. And maybe things will straighten up for you and you won't feel quite so afraid. Peace. And if you like the content, anyone who's not this woman, hit the like button and subscribe button, and definitely, you know, leave a comment or two if you think this video was too brief and hateful. That's fine. If you think that it was enlightening as to the an actual active social diagnosis of this woman, then yeah, sure. Go for it. Leave some comments. Leave some hate comments. I like them. Them's content food.